Summer is here and it's time for fun in the sun, vacations, and maybe some relaxation. But here at the City of Lawndale, we continue to work hard for our residents. We have programs for health, remembrance, and celebration, while we also take a look at some changes that have happened and some changes that will happen. All these stories and more are coming your way as Lawndale Living begins right now. Hello and welcome to this edition of Lawndale Living, the show that features everything Lawndale. I'm your host, Anita Khalatbari. People generally agree that the unofficial start of summer is the Memorial Day holiday. But here at the City of Lawndale, we consider it an honor and a privilege to pay our respects to those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. And this year's Memorial Day Remembrance was no exception.
You know, Lawndale has always been a community with a high number of veterans, war veterans, and they're still out there today. And even though there's not as many wars today as there has been in the past, the veterans are still out there, and we need to pay tribute to them on Memorial Day, every single day, those that have lost their lives in battles.
I'm always honored to remember those that have served and those that have given the ultimate sacrifice in defense for our nation. It's always a privilege to be a part of any commemorative celebration and truly just to reflect on what today really means and what makes us one of the greatest countries in the world.
It's a very special day for Lawndale. This event's been in Lawndale for, I believe, about 3 decades. And it's just great to get all the support, to have the congresswoman out here, the senator, the assemblywoman, you know, a speaker from the United States Air Force.
So Memorial Day truly means to me a reflection, a moment of time that we can reflect on how much those that have come before us have truly given to each and every one of us each and every day.
One of the questions we always get is, if there is a Hawthorne Boulevard, then why is there not a street named for Lawndale? Well, there is now. Recently, the Lawndale City Council authorized the renaming of 147th Street between Hawthorne Boulevard and Buren Avenue to Lawndale Way. Now residents can feel the pride of having a street that bears the name of the city in which they live. Our Lawndale Living camera crew brings you this story.
The council was looking for streets to rename, potential street dedications for names. And Lawndale Way came up as an opportunity for a renaming. Lawndale did not have any names, street names dedicated specifically with Lawndale on it. Other surrounding cities in the area have their city names throughout streets, like for example El Segundo. We have El Segundo Boulevard. We also have Hawthorne Boulevard, which is the main corridor down the city of Lawndale. And you have Redondo Beach, which is another incorporated city just down the way, and as well as Manhattan Beach. When you change the street name, you have to let all the property owners know, particularly business owners, you know, and all, you know, their letterheads, all their stationery, all their addressing. It's a significant undertaking when you rename a street, and it affects all those businesses and it increases their costs. I think the street dedicated for Lawndale Way was a smaller tangent length of the street, and it was less impactful, and I think that's why the decision was made to rename that smaller street Lawndale Way.
A new Target store is coming to Lawndale. The city is delighted to welcome the Target Corporation to the community, and the plan to develop a new store on the corner of Rosecrans and Hawthorne Boulevard has begun. The new store will not only provide new jobs, but it will also provide a great boost to the local economy.
Working with Target, and it initially started with the property owner, and it was all kept confidential until the property owner could tell us that it was a Target coming in. There was a former big box in there, a Big Saver grocery store, and some other adjacent commercial inlines, we call them, inline commercial suites there. And today they're out there, they're building they're stripping out the inside of the original building, replacing concrete inside, some roof areas, reinforcing the walls, and then they're bringing in new plumbing, new paving, new landscaping. The main target building's getting a facade enhancement, as well as all the inlines will have all new facade enhancements. So the whole center is going to look virtually brand new when it's done. It's one of their smaller formatted stores. It's their model for their smaller targets in the communities that don't, they're underserved by targets, so it is a smaller target. But it will have, the vast majority will be general merchandise in there. Folks will be able to also get a Starbucks as well as pick up their pharmacy needs. Once it's done and completed and open for the public, it'll definitely be a great addition to the city of Lawndale, as well as it will enhance that corridor along Hawthorne Boulevard. The sales tax generated from that size of a commercial will benefit the city by helping us help better provide more services to the community, because that money goes directly into our general fund. We'll be able to provide better, road services, sheriff services, additional staffing services to help assist residents, developers, and the public at large. They're under schedule to have a soft opening on 9/1, where they bring in their employees in and they train them, and then a hard opening on 10/1/2019.
Recently, Kinecta Federal Credit Union selected one of our very own Leuzinger High School students to receive a $2,000 scholarship to help with the expenses of a college education. We had a chance to catch up with Elizabeth Tombrown, who is on track to accomplish great things in life.
So we believe in education. The motto for credit unions is people helping people. And what better way to help our future than to support it? And not have to worry about their books or not have to worry about their tuition, because we'll cover it for them.
Through Kinecta, I won the Consumer Cooperative Society of Santa Monica Scholarship. Now it's awarded $2,000 to help fund my education.
So this evening is all about students and teachers that are here local in the South Bay and all across California. We are giving away 20 awards tonight, going to 6 teachers and to 14 students.
So I've been applying to so many scholarships, and just anyone that my counselor gives to me, and my teacher that worked very closely with Kinecta told me about the scholarship, and I was like, oh, let me apply. And I just wanted to let my story be heard and let me see if I'll win it.
Oh, she's an excellent student, but more than being an excellent student, she's an excellent person.
This fall, I'm very excited to announce that I'll be attending UCLA, major in neuroscience, and pursuing medicine.
She's been a student at Leuzinger High School for the past couple of years, involved in our Advanced Academics Academy as well as our Multimedia Careers Academy.
UCLA has both of my interests. They're really great at the neuroscience department, and they're also great in film. Outside of school, I direct and do jobs for professional media teams.
I think she has a lot of the qualities that we talk about we want our students to have, which is being respectful, being committed to the academic environment and learning, and I think on a broader scale, caring about their community.
I'm going to use my degrees to impact the world, especially by removing the stigma of mental illness, that people do need help and mental illness is real, and I'm going to focus my career mainly in America and developing countries like Nigeria, where I'm from.
The City of Lawndale recently held its annual Health and Safety Fiesta featuring the Pet Fair. Once again, the city was offering lots of great medical screenings, safety information, and dog licensing, as well as low-cost vaccinations. It's always a great time for the whole family. Our Lawndale Living camera crew was there to bring you the festivities.
She's kind of heavy. She weighs about 40 pounds. What is she again? A red-tailed boa. Yeah, red-tailed boa told you to back up some.
Well, here we are again at the annual Health and Pet Fair. A nice cool day today, kind of overcast, which is nice for the animals. But lots of free stuff for all the residents, lots of educational materials. Kids are having a great time. There's stuff for them too. You can get your pet vaccinated. So, great day, good thing, good community event.
So it's a really good time for the kids to get together with their own friends, get together, see other types of animals, and be exposed to animals that they've never even seen before. I can't think of how many people inside the city haven't even seen a horse. They come up here and they go, what is that big brown thing over there?
Yes, we do. A lot of families, a lot of dogs, a lot of kids, grandkids. I have my 2 here. They're getting their license because they need them for flea medicine.
Well, it's a lot of responsibility. Some people just think, hey, it's cute for, like in our case, we've got bunnies. It's cute to get a bunny for Easter, but then nobody wants to take care of it. So you have to have the responsibility and teach the children how to take care of them. You know, show them how things go, show them how they can take care of them, and then bring them out and say, hey, share it with your friends, bring some other folks over.
We're just here today just making sure everything is safe for all the attendees. It's a big event every year, annual event, and we have a lot of people that come here, and you're allowed to bring your pet as long as you have him on a leash, him or her on a leash, and enjoy the festivities.
So the SPCLA, we do this every year, and we're here offering the community low-cost vaccinations. And we, like I said, we do this every year, and we have a great turnout every year.
You know, that's the greatest thing here in Lawndale, because I come every year with my dog, and this year we have another dog. We have 2 dogs right now, and we take care of them, and the city really allowed us to save a lot of money too, because it's really good, you know, like we didn't pay a lot of money for the vaccination, you know.
The city of Lawndale sends out our flyer in their mailings for license renewal, so we're able to provide the rabies vaccination so they can get their pets' license renewed. We also do deworming, we do flea treatment, so we offer all kinds of services today.
It's like cheaper than anywhere else you to go, and then they just have a bunch of other resources that you can go here. You can register your dog, and you can buy them treats, and it's just a cool day for just to see other dogs in the city and just to know that there's so many pet owners as well.
I'm part of Moms Demand Action, which is a national group grassroots organization that is working to end gun violence in America. And I'm part of the South Bay chapter that we have here, and our group covers LAX to Long Beach, and so we're working to promote gun safety in the community here.
Turnout's great. I mean, this is my first pet fair with the City of Lawndale, but we were expecting maybe about 300 people or more. I think we've got that already. So it's a really good turnout. We give people the opportunity to register their animals and to get all their shots, get all their vaccinations. And yeah, it's great to see everybody here, having a really good day.
Right, you know, we're raising awareness of our families to make sure that our pets are healthy, because they are a part of our family. So we got to make sure that, you know, while we're taking care of our health and the health of our children, we also taking care of the health of our pets as well. And as you can see, our little friend here, she's very healthy.
If you'd like to find out more about this and any of the other great events the city sponsors, you can call the Community Services Department at area code 310-973-3270 or visit us online at www.lawndalecity.org. There's a new sheriff in town. Captain Duane Allen has taken charge of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's South LA station. We're excited to work with Captain Allen and look forward to the great work that he will inspire here in our community. We recently had the chance to sit down and speak with him about what he sees as he takes on his new assignment.
Captain Duane Allen is a native-born son of California.
I kind of grew up locally. I actually grew up in Alhambra. My family, my dad was born and raised in Alhambra. I was born and raised in Alhambra. And so I spent most of my life there. Was big into sports. I mean, if you look at, I know you have notes on the walls, but my dad played for the Rams, Chicago Bears. So I come from a big football family. So definitely, you know, enjoyed our sports and things of that nature.
He found his law enforcement calling through a friend of his.
Got involved actually in law enforcement because when I was at Marquette, a buddy of mine talked to me about becoming a police explorer. So I actually ended up joining the Monterey Park Police Explorers and really enjoyed it. Once I turned 21, I knew I wanted to be a police officer. So I actually applied for LA County Sheriff's and LAPD, and sheriffs came and got me first. So that's who I ended up going with, and it's been a blessing ever since. It's like, I think the best department in the world. It's given me tons and tons of opportunities, and I've been able to do just some amazing things.
His years of work experience with the Sheriff's Department is paying off.
The department really prepared me for this job in more ways than one, but you didn't realize at the time that that's what was happening. But you know, when it comes to the crime aspect of things, you know, having worked a lot of patrol, haven't been a trained officer, haven't been a detective, you know, I definitely know how to solve crimes, figure out crime patterns, be able to help manage that.
While Captain Allen enjoys crime work, he also loves working with kids.
Obviously, as you know, I have a really deep, love for the youth. The Sheriff's Department has a nonprofit side of it called the Sheriff Youth Foundation. The Sheriff Youth Foundation actually funds the department's, I think right now, 19 youth activity leagues. And so it's actually funded by a nonprofit side of the department. And it was normally run by a lieutenant or a captain, and I was actually asked to do it as a sergeant. So I became the executive director of the Sheriff Youth Foundation for about 2.5 years. Our youth is always going to be our future, so I think that's always very important. And community, obviously that goes with the community. Community is always important, and ultimately, Sheriff's Department, we're here for our community.
Captain Allen is looking forward to the new challenges that await him.
This is my 13th actual assignment that I've had in my 30 years. I'm 5 weeks in, and I'm learning the station, I'm learning the people. I have some of the best deputies in the county. They're very hardworking. They're really about the community. They go out there every day and just trying to make sure that people stay safe, and that if you need us, we're there for you. Don't hesitate to call us, and we're here for you.
Here at the city, we're looking forward to working with Captain Allen in the future and the benefits of the experience he brings to the Sheriff's Department and the community. Speaking of personnel changes, we want to thank Lawndale City Manager Steve Mandoki for his outstanding leadership as he bids farewell to our city. Steve is retiring, but he leaves behind a legacy of accomplishments and hope for the future. We had the opportunity to sit down with him and to discuss what will be happening next.
So after 33 years of cities, 5 cities, and 46 years of total working, just thought it was time. And last year I lost my younger brother, and that was really hard. And so I started reflecting on my life and what I've done and where I've been and my career. And I thought, you know what, this is the time to move on to another phase of my life. When I met with the council earlier this year in a closed session about announcing my retirement to them, we all agreed that I would stay on through July, and then so here we are. So it was just a matter of a number of life choices and my personal decision. I'm going to travel. I haven't done a lot of that in my life because I've worked so much. I've always loved what I've done. I still do. I love the profession. But it's time while I'm still healthy and able to get out there and travel and then get around. And so I want to start doing that. I've got some great friends in my life, and there's a lot of things I enjoy with them. I have a group of friends, we play music together, so I'm going to have more time to make music with them and just enjoy everybody in my life and appreciate everything. Lawndale's in a really good direction right now. It has been. With the staff we have on board and the Measure L that was passed, we're moving forward in even a better path, I believe. We have good staff on board. We're going to be recruiting for the city manager. In fact, that's open now, so we'll be selecting a new city manager probably in the next 2 to 3 months based on the typical recruitment time. And I think once that person's in place, combined with the fact that we have a very good city council, we have 5 city council members who truly care a great deal about the city. With their guidance and leadership and the new city manager on board and our current and all the staff we have, the city's in a very good position, and I think things are in great shape to move forward.
We thank Steve for his years of experience and commitment and wish him well in all of his future endeavors. And now let's take a look at some of the great events and programs that are coming your way with the Lawndale Living Community Calendar.
Thanks, Anita. There's always a lot of events and activities happening in the city of Lawndale. Here's a few that might pertain to you. Here's a fun incentive for the youth to promote reading and library time. The city of Lawndale is providing free lunches at the library for kids and teens every Monday through Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. through August 2nd. There are no restrictions on income. It's first come, first served. You can find out more information by visiting lacountylibrary.org/summer lunch or by checking with staff for more information. Please note that lunch will not be served July 4th. If you are having a birthday and you are a senior, we would love to celebrate with you. Join us for lunch on Thursday, July 25th at 12 noon at the Community Center's main event room. Senior birthday pizza parties include pizza, cake, fruit, salad, and a drink. Please register at least 24 hours in advance. We also have a special transit bus for Lawndale senior residents who need transportation for medical and dental appointments, shopping, banking, and more. Our driver has restricted boundaries to stay within at all times. Please call in advance to confirm your destination. This service is available between Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for seniors ages 60 and over only. 48 hours advance notice is required. Please contact 310-973-3287 for more information or to book rides. In addition, the Lawndale Library is looking for teenagers interested in making a difference in the library and community by joining the Teen Advisory Board. This is an opportunity to voice your opinion and provide suggestions for new programs and services while working with like-minded teens. New participants are welcome to bring a friend, and it is encouraged. Visit the Lawndale Library on July 20th or August 17th to sign up. Now mark your calendars because one of Lawndale's biggest events is returning soon. The Lawndale Blues Festival this year will take place on Saturday, September 14th. The event includes a classic car show, food vendors, and a day of great music. Come early because it is open seating and the best seats do get taken fast. We can't wait to see you all there. Now that about wraps up this month's community calendar. Anita, back to you.
Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of Lawndale Living. If you'd like to find out more about any of the programs you've seen on the show today, give us a call at area code 310-973-3200 or go to the city's website at www.lawndalecity.org. And if you have an idea for an upcoming episode of Lawndale Living, or if you have any questions, you can give us a call at area code 310-973-3259 or email us at citytv@lawndalecity.org. Remember, you can always find out what's on Lawndale City TV Cable Channel 3 by going to the city's homepage and clicking on the City TV guide on the right side of the screen under Quick Links. This will give you a listing of all the great shows on Lawndale City TV. And if you don't have cable TV, you can still watch us by streaming our channel live by clicking on the Watch button. And remember, you can also find all of our shows in beautiful high-definition video by searching for Lawndale City TV on YouTube, where you can now also stream City Council meetings live. Please subscribe and bookmark us too. You can also like, follow, and get notifications about Lawndale City TV on Facebook and with Twitter. Now, for all those here at Lawndale City TV and City Hall, I'm your host, Anita Khalatbari. We'll see you next time.